Good evening, all. Welcome. Welcome, Your Excellencies, Lords and Ladies, Reverend Fathers, the UK Chairman of the Armenian Community Council, Mr. Arman, and ladies and gentlemen. Now, my name is Joanne Zorian, and I am your host for this evening. And it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to this glorious St. John's Smith Square Concert Hall here in Westminster. Together, in peace, we are united by high arts and wonderful music. This evening's concert is in two parts, and during the interval there'll be an opportunity to take a look around this gorgeous building and enjoy some refreshments. Tonight is all about the legendary Armenian composer ARAM KHACHTURIAN. In celebration of his 120th birth anniversary, we are thrilled to welcome internationally acclaimed musicians, singers, and performers. This evening's event creator and musical director, Maestro Sipan Ola, has chosen the musical pieces very carefully to make it possible to present different genres of classical music by the great composer in one event. Following Maestro Ola's request, the House Museum of ARAM KHACHTURIAN in Yerevan, Armenia, has provided orchestral, instrumental, and vocal scores by the great composer, which Sipan Ola has specially arranged for the Klingen Chamber Orchestra and the Klingen Choir for this evening's concert. But all that is yet to come. First, I ask you to please welcome His Excellency, the Ambassador of the Republic of Armenia, Mr. Borusian Nersessian.
Good evening, and I thank you very much for your warm introduction here, Joan. Reverend Fathers, Chairman of Community Council, Mr. Arman, dear members of Armenian community of the United Kingdom, dear guests, welcome to this wonderful evening here at St. James Square, London. First of all, I wanted to thank St. James Square for hosting this wonderful Jubilee concert dedicated to 120th anniversary of a great and legendary Armenian composer, ARAM KHACHTURIAN. I wanted to thank also Klingen Chamber Orchestra and its conductor, Maestro Sipan Ola, for his tenacious work presenting Armenian culture, Armenian music here in the United Kingdom, in Europe, and many other countries. Okay, of course, it's difficult during those challenging days when we have in Armenia. We are going through, as many of you know, through very tumultuous and challenging times and tragic times, not only in Armenia but also worldwide. But the Armenian people always, throughout their history, and we know that our history has had many tragic days, even going through those tragic days, Armenians have been resilient, Armenians have been positive, constructive, and looking forward. And even during those challenging days, they have united, they have presented their optimism and their best views for the future through music, through culture. So ARAM KHACHTURIAN is one of those Armenian composers that made Armenian people proud, along with many other names. ARAM KHACHTURIAN was born in Tbilisi, Georgia, where we have a very vibrant, dynamic Armenian community. And he became, along with Prokofiev, Shostakovich, those Soviet composers that made the world know that Soviet Union, apart from, revolution of peasants and workers, had a world-class classic music. So ARAM KHACHTURIAN was one of those that made that huge country, Soviet Union, known for classical music. even though the Soviets at the time denounced him for promoting bourgeoisie music, and he was sent back to Armenia for re-education, so to say, during Stalin. And after Stalin's death, he was restored his entire titles and everything. But one of the most important features about ARAM KHACHTURIAN was that while he was presenting classical music and promoting classical music and world-class music as created, as we will listen tonight by the choir at the Klingen Orchestra, his music has distinct national Armenian ethnic elements. This is what made his music, as we will see from his ballet Gayane, Spartacus, and many other pieces, has very interesting dimensions, very subtle correlations with its Armenian origin. We are very happy that this year, this Jubilee year, we already have a second opportunity. One was the Armenian Symphony Orchestra at Cadogan, and today at this wonderful hall we're having ARAM KHACHTURIAN music. Once again, I wanted to say that also this is in a way a return for ARAM KHACHTURIAN to London. He himself traveled to London back in 1950s with the Soviet Orchestra, and he had very interesting recollections about his visits to London. In his memoir, he said that he had very warm recollections from his meeting with prominent British composers such as Sir Arthur Bliss, Sir William Walton, Malcolm Arnold, and many others. He also noted, I quote, "And I spoke about many things that amazed me in England, from the British Museum to Old Vic Theatre, from Musical Academy to Covent Garden. But the main thing is people, and the most diverse: students, professors, priests, musicians, public figures, drivers, and workers." And it is people-to-people contacts that was for such a great genius composer for ARAM KHACHTURIAN, that he was even in 1950s promoting, even during those days of Soviet Union, that we know what was the politics at the time, that he was promoting through his music, through his fantastic music, people-to-people contacts. So once again, I wanted to congratulate all of us with this great jubilee of ARAM KHACHTURIAN, and wish you, all of you, to have a great evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So, to begin, ARAM KHACHTURIAN, as you've heard, was an Armenian composer and conductor who is considered one of the leading and most famous Soviet composers. His first major work, the Piano Concerto, composed in 1936, popularized his name within and outside the Soviet Union. It was followed by the Violin Concerto and the Cello Concerto. His other significant compositions include the Masquerade Suite, Gayane and Spartacus ballets, the Anthem of the Armenian SSR, 3 symphonies, and around 25 film scores, and some of those I'm sure you recognize. Our first presentation is the UK premiere of the orchestral suite KHACHTURIAN, and it is a medley of parts from the Guyana, Masquerade and Spartacus ballets. Scores of this musical piece were arranged by Ruben Altunian and Sipan Ola. Please welcome, with warm applause, the Klingen Chamber Orchestra. Welcome. And now please welcome the producer of this evening's concert, artistic director and conductor, Sipan Ola. Just wonderful. And we just heard the UK premiere of KHACHTURIAN, so we're very, very honoured. Now, one of KHACHTURIAN's well-known ballads, Guyana, was written in 1942, and it incorporates Armenian, Ukrainian, Middle Eastern and Russian dances. Lezginka, an energetic dance from many Caucasian peoples, is one of those dynamic dances of the ballet, which requires a virtuoso performance with special smooth musical techniques in fast tempo. So without further hesitation, please welcome back Maestro Sipan Ola to lead his orchestra in performing this wonderful piece. We're going to take a 20-minute break. Time to refresh and stretch. But first, we have another delight for you. Now, in 1948, during his visit to Armenia, ARAM KHACHTURIAN was granted a house from the state, which is now his house museum in Yerevan, the capital of Armenia. Inspired by the beauty of the city, the great composer wrote the song Spring Yerevan, and it's based on the lyrics of Ashot Grashi. Now, arranged for tenor voice and the orchestra by Maestro Sipan Ola, and performed for the very first time in the UK, we can enjoy this wonderful performance of Spring Yerevan. So please welcome to the stage the glorious tenor, Sipan Ola, with his Klingen chamber. We've got a whole second part to come. Now, during the interval, the Armenian Community Council have arranged an opportunity for you to donate to help Armenians who have fled their homes in Artsakh in the recent weeks. And your donations will be highly appreciated. You'll find donation boxes in the hall. So now, as you enjoy your 20-minute interval, refreshments are downstairs in the Footstool Cafe. But before you go, I would ask you to give another rousing applause as they leave the stage to the Klingen Chamber Orchestra. KHACHTURIAN wrote the suite Toccata in 3 parts in 1932 while studying at the Moscow Conservatory. However, the toccata quickly became so well known it is now considered a separate piece. The toccata utilizes some Armenian folk melodies and rhythms, as well as Baroque and contemporary 20th century techniques. It begins Allegro macatissimo. The central section, Andante espressivo, leads to a reprise of the opening motifs. The coda is based on the central section's theme. And now, to perform this piece for us tonight, please welcome the renowned concert pianist, Yulia Chaplina.
Thank you very much. Just a couple of words about the toccata. I'm a Russian pianist. First of all, it's a great pleasure to be here. I come from Rostov-on-Don, where we have a large Armenian community called Nakhichevan, and it's a great pleasure for me to be here and celebrate this wonderful concert with my Armenian friends, and of course with Sipan, who is a very dear friend and a fantastic musician, as you all have heard. So now, as promised, a little bit about the toccata. I think it's an extraordinary piece. You will hear some jazz, you will hear also some Soviet manufacturing sounds, and I really mean it, so that if you can imagine a Soviet factory or something where, you know, these ideas, let's deliver everything in 1 year instead of 5. So for those who speak Russian, I say dayor shpitiletko. So it's a very interesting piece in this concept. As I said, very industrial sounds and jazz as well. Now, of course, this is again mixed with Armenian sounds and very, very beautiful Armenian melodies in the middle. And so this toccata is one of the most popular pieces by ARAM KHACHTURIAN, and it's of course a must-piece, so a compulsory piece at ARAM KHACHTURIAN competition in Armenia as well. And also, for those of you who play the piano and know ABRSM, it's also in the ABRSM syllabus, so a lot of British people actually know this piece very well, and a lot of young people also play this piece well. Well, thank you very much, and toccata by ARAM KHACHTURIAN. Thank you.
KHACHTURIAN's dance for violin and piano, written in 1926, was left unpublished during the composer's lifetime. Now, this piece is a combination of harmonies typical of the Armenian classical music traditions. It has huge contrast for performers, energetic and varied tempo, and dynamics and technical challenges. Please welcome talented Polina Sharafian and pianist Yulia Chaplina. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. KHACHTURIAN's Masquerade Suite, written in 1941, is one of the most famous compositions, and the well-known waltz from the suite has been performed today by the Klingen Chamber Orchestra. The Romance of Nina from Masquerade is one of KHACHTURIAN's exceptional vocal masterpieces, which will be performed for the first time in the UK by talented soprano Hayapi Yagechian and pianist Maria Palazian. KHACHTURIAN broadly incorporated Armenian, Caucasian, Eastern, Central European and Middle Eastern people's folk music in his works, while following the established musical traditions of Russia. Uzundara is a dance which is famous throughout the Caucasus region and traditionally performed by women. Well, now we will listen to Uzundara from Gayane Suite, performed by the talented Jack Hagop Muradian and Maria Palazian on piano. toccata suite, which are called Waltz Capriccio and Dance for Piano. The lyrical and romantic Waltz Capriccio is followed by the dance with fast tempo, dynamics, and technical challenges for performers. The amazing pianist, Maria Palazian, will return to the stage to perform this wonderful piece. Magnificent. The charming Nocturne from Masquerade Suite is one of the most favourite and well-known pieces for violin and piano by KHACHTURIAN. It is an elegant and a romantic melody filled with mystery and gloom of the unknown. Well-known violinist, renowned violinist indeed, Anna Batikian and pianist Julia Kaplina will perform this piece for us tonight. The Guyanese suite has many catchy and exclusive parts, and one of them is the Eastern dance, which you may recognize. Tonight, the arrangement of this piece for four hands, will be played in the UK for the very first time. Now, please welcome with warm applause two of our wonderful pianists have already set these piano keys alight this evening. They are Julia oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Julia Chaplina and Maria Palazian. just as you ask, what else can delight us this evening? We introduce our incredible London-based Klingen choir. Now, this year, the choir is celebrating its 10th anniversary. And during these years, the Klingen choir has performed over 50 concerts, participated and represented the UK in 6 international competitions, and competing with other international choirs has won first place, gold medal. Ladies and gentlemen, the Klingen choir. And please welcome once again the artistic director, conductor, and the founder of the Klingen choir, Maestro Sipan Ola, with pianist Maria Palazian. While that's happening, I can tell you that the song about Willow Tree is a lyrical piece written in 1956 for Othello, the movie. We're going to hear the UK premiere of this song in Armenian, translated from Shakespeare's original and arranged for the choir by Maestro Sipan Ola. juicy grapes and the old wine-making tradition in sunny and mountainous Armenia. Now, I feel compelled to share with you, if you don't already know, that Armenian wine is delicious. So, cheers everyone. The choir arrangement for this song by Maestro Sipan Ola. So this is the final piece of tonight's concert. So for the last time this evening, please welcome Maestro Sipan Ola, Maria Palazian, and our beloved Klingen choir.
Thank you.
evening. I'd like to thank all of our wonderful musicians this evening. And let's give one final round of applause to all of them. Thank you so much. Each and every one of you for being with us on this very special occasion. I am Joanne Zorian, and it has been my absolute pleasure to present to you this evening's celebratory concert. Thank you for being a wonderful audience. Thank you. And one last final word now. Lindsay.
Very much hope you enjoyed this evening, but I wanted, before I just say my final thank you, I wanted to thank very much our beautiful Joanne Zorian for her fantastic conductor this evening. Thank you. She is one of the best representatives of the UK community here, and I'm very much delighted that she comes and participates in Armenian community events, concerts, and presents in the best way. Thank you so much, Joanne. Second of all, I wanted to say my deepest appreciation to all of the performers, musicians tonight for their excellent performance and presenting the wonderful music of ARAM KHACHTURIAN. Thank you so much, Klingen Chamber Orchestra, headed by Sipan Ola and Klingen Choir, all of the musicians for this fantastic performance. Thank you. And I wanted particularly to announce that the Minister of Culture of the Republic of Armenia, Jana Andreasen, has requested to convey through me the certificate of honor. I will first read in Armenian and then try to translate to Sipan Ola, which says, Արտերկրում հայ մշակույթի տարածման գործում ունեցած նշանակալի ավանդի համար պարգևատրվում է բրիտանահայ երաժիշտ, դիրիժոր, տենոր, դաշնակահար Մեծ Բրիտանիայում հայկական Klingen երգչախմբի եւ մշակութային ասոցիացիայի գեղարվեստական ղեկավար Sipan Olaha, մշակույթի եւ կրթության նախարարության պատվոգրող, which says that for disseminating Armenian culture and having a great contribution in disseminating Armenian culture, conductor, tenor, pianist Sipan Ola will be decorated with a certificate of gratitude of the Ministry of Culture of the Republic of Armenia. Thank you so much.
I want to say a very short speech about tonight's fantastic, spectacular event. First of all, I'm so happy to see the hall fully booked. This is our victory, that you are here today during this difficult day with rain, with strikes, with so many different things what literally could disturb your presence here, but you are here. That means you like music. You like enjoying these moments with us, because our work is to give you that pleasure during few hours and take you to that miracle world of classical music. I want to thank to all our musicians. Of course, our orchestra is not here anymore. They left the concert hall. Our Klingen choir, and of course our soloists who did their best to present ARAM KHACHTURIAN's masterpieces for you tonight. My deepest gratitude to our Embassy of Armenia, especially our ambassador, Mr. Varujan Nersisyan, to Armenian Community Council and the chairman, Mr. Armand Abramian, for your support, for being with the idea and with us today, and of course to all our supporters of tonight's event, because without that we couldn't make it. Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening and stay safe. Try to take the spirit of beautiful music with you. Art and music brings life and gives love. Take care. All the best. Thank you.